I'm Jill Stokold with The Advocate. I am honored to be here and joined by the athletic director of Southern University, Roman Banks, but in your office. So this is a place I kind of feel privileged. I get to see behind the door, if you will.
Unusual spot, right?
And you even allowed me to try on one of your mini championship rings.
It's a lot of them. People don't realize how many, I've been able to get earn while we've been as a coach or the athletic director here.
I mean, it truly is remarkable, and they are quite beautiful. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
But excited to be here today and really want to just kind of talk. I know we've talked before in the past, but I can't get us off to what we're really here to talk about today without recognizing the amazing fall we had. I mean, football, soccer. Talk to me.
So, very exciting. I think that we probably won our better falls in the last 5 or 6 years. Obviously, the hiring of Coach Graves full-time and to win our division, to win the Bayou Classic, to win all our home contests. Our attendance was very great. I think our homecoming was second to none. If you were around, you couldn't get on this campus, in which, we like a little busy traffic for athletics. That means people are coming.
Right.
And Coach Fundo in soccer was able to win his first championship as well.
Amazing.
And so he really got us off to a great start. And it's a real great reward to see hire Coach Fundo and see his development over the years and building that program to where it needs to be. It was a very young program, and he took it and he saw the vision and was able to go out and win a championship, and expect a lot of more championships from him. And also Coach Barnes, we just hired her as our volleyball coach her first year. And she came in, done a great job, made the tournament. We got the most wins that we had in the conference play in the last, I think, 5 years. So,
oh, wow.
So it's really been a good fall for us.
It has. Yeah. Well, and so they now set the bar then for the spring sports and the summer sports.
Well, we say in our staff meeting, winning is a movement, right?
Right.
And so we think that we're moving in the right direction. Obviously, look, I'm excited about men's and women's basketball. Mm-hmm. They are off and running right now. I think Coach Johnson, with his men's program, we're able to get some big wins, defeating Louisiana Tech at Tech and the University of Tulsa there at Tulsa. And so those are out-of-conference huge wins. And we've been able to go on the road and get this conference started off really well, 2-0. Women's basketball, been competing very well against high major schools. Went on the road and got a split, and that's what you really want to come out to do. Look, we lost by 2 points at Texas Southern, but we had our chance to win that game. So that tells me if we stay in the right trend that we're going to be competing for a championship in those sports as well.
Which is amazing and awesome. I mean, like you said, like winning is a movement. I feel like it's contagious, and it's competition. It's sports. It's athletics.
Yeah, I think that, since I've been here, I often say that we had to build to this moment, and we've been able to overcome a lot of things. And this is always after overcoming and getting all the programs healthy again. This was the expectation. And I think that we're starting to see the fruits of our labor, the coaches that we have hired, the people that we have put in place. And I just think that, in the next few years, this is Southern time.
I love it. And, and talk to me a little bit about like more of your expectations and just kind of overall your vision. And, this where we are now is a testament to you and the work that you've done and the entire crew and the team, of course. And like, where do you see things going forward in the spring, the summer, and beyond?
So first of all, let me say this. I got an amazing staff and been able to put together a great team. And I want everybody to recognize I don't do this work alone. I depend heavily on the staff, and they do a great job. I also want to say that we've been fortunate enough to have great leadership at this university. Our President Shields and our Chancellor Pierre, have given me a chance to sow into the vision. And our board members, and some of our board members are best investors in our sports with their private businesses. I've been able to sit at the table with them and bring a bigger knowledge of their understanding of athletics. And it has really helped us because everybody have a general understanding and know the challenges that we have And I say our role is at our level. A lot of times it's, it's only a few programs that make money, Division I wise. When I say a profit at the end of the year, right? But it's the camaraderie. It's getting people to be happy to want to attend your school. It's making alumni feel proud about what you're doing. That's the reward at the end of the day, because usually if you're doing that, your enrollment go up, you get more students, and as enrollment goes up, the university then in return get more money, and athletics are able to reap the benefits from that.
Right. So how can people, you mentioned like investing and supporting, and it's so much in the camaraderie that it builds, and just it's such a vital part of an ecosystem at a university, as you said. And some people are like, oh, well, it's athletics and it's education, but it's the front-facing things that people see. Yes, when you have a student that goes off and discovers a cure for cancer, of course there will be a large splash about that. But on a day-to-day basis, that's you're responsible for the things that people kind of know most about Southern, if you will. So, how do you see things changing? I know you mentioned like explaining to the board and just, our viewers in general, like what does that look like these days? Because I know the atmosphere and the topography of everything has changed in the athletic world and college.
That's a unique question. The reason why I say that is everyone's following the history of the NCAA right now is certainly fluid. It's unchanging every day. You learn something new about what direction the NCAA is going in, and so we are swimming in that lake with that, right? And until I think that there'll be a ruling about what this going to look like as it relates to the Power Five and on our sports here in the next month or so. I think then we can really dive into knowing that, okay, this is going to be our game. This is the lane that we're going to be able to play in. And so right now, while things are navigating with the NCAA, we're staying right there in the middle, paying close attention to what we need to do to be successful. And we often talk about name, image, and likeness. We talked about the collective. Just to give you an example, once they get a ruling on this judgment and the Power Fives get this $20 million payroll for their players, then are the collective going to be needed? We don't know that. And so, we're trying to slow roll. Name, image, and likeness will be out there, but the collective and name, image, and likeness of business saying, hey, I want to sponsor this kid, is two different things. And so we're trying to make sure that we have an understanding, so when we press forward, there won't be many changes, that we know that we can tell our fans and our supporters, this is the lane that we're playing in, and this is what we're going to do going forward.
I like it. So, as you said, you just kind of have your head on a swivel right now and
yes,
you're going with the flow.
Yes.
And then, you'll be ready to make your decision.
We never knew, and it just came up the other day, that if you went to junior college and you're a senior, you got an extra year. Whoever thought that was going to happen, right? And so
I do kind of joke every time that I'm like, you can be eligible for at least 13 years.
Yeah. So,
I used to say that about athletes on other teams I was like, I got to graduate.
Yeah. So those are the type of changes that just come out of nowhere. And so there have been a lot of changes, but at some point I think it's going to level off. And when it level off, we want to make sure that we're continuing to do the fundamental things, invest into our student athletes, making sure they graduate, making sure that we're able to take care of them nutrition-wise, making sure that we have the best sports medicine program and partners in place. We want to make sure that we are doing what I call the ABCs of this department. So no question, if you come visit us or your kid come to us or you have a relative, that you can go to sleep every night knowing that they're in good hands. That's the basic fundamental practice that Southern University and Southern University athletics want to make sure of right now.
You're taking care of your people.
That we're taking care of our people.
I like it. What else do you want our viewers to know about the athletic department here at Southern University?
Well, I think so often some of what you would call unrevenue sports, but I like to use the term Olympic sports, get overlooked. And I understand the dynamics of that, right? And all universities have that challenge of maybe they softball team or maybe they soccer team, maybe they volleyball team we know those sports don't get as much exposure. But I challenge everyone to come see those sports, to take a closer dive into those coaches and those teams, and I think that they'll get a kick out of it. Obviously, football and basketball and baseball, are traditional sports that's always people pay attention to. But I think we have a lot of other things going. I also think that if you dive into some of the things that we're doing with our students individually, some of the opportunities that they're getting, we just talked about some of them getting an opportunity to go work for the Super Bowl, all these internships, and that the coaches are doing a wonderful job with APR. These kids are graduating at a high rate. Our graduation rate is very, very good. And actually, we get rewarded for that because our numbers are good when it's time you start talking about the intake and your distribution for that. And so we want to continue to do that. And I want to be an open book for people, to take a look at us. And I think that they'll be happy with what they see. So a lot of times, people don't have a great understanding, and you just say, oh, they doing this and they doing that, and don't understand why we're doing it. But it's a purpose to all the rules and regulations and all the madness, and we try to be very transparent about what we do here at Southern University Athletics.
I love it. And as someone who played one of those Olympic sports in high school, not in college.
You still got it.
Right. But I appreciate the fact that you're, kind of challenging the support base, if you will, to go out and support these things. And now, there's so many of those sports that are having professional leagues develop, which would, create opportunities in the future for some Southern students moving forward.
Oh, yes. And those opportunities will be more in the future. You can just see where women's basketball have come a long ways, and you can see how it's continued to thrive. You look over there at LSU and what the attention that has been bringing to the university over there. And so I think in our own way, Coach Funches have been a champion, have won the championship twice in the last 5 years and been in the mix each year. So I think he brings a level of publicity to our basketball program. If somebody looking at a basketball program and his graduation rate, I think they say, wow, he's doing well. And so we want to continue to do those type of things. And so I think that, once again, that Southern is healthy, that we're showing that by what we've been able to accomplish. And I think that I have a group of coaches and head coaches, I call them CEOs of their own programs,
right,
that are very capable. And you can see that our facilities are getting better. And I realize, and I challenge, because it takes dollars to do these type of things, right? And I don't like to talk about dollars all the time. I like to take a look at this athlete, that coach, and see what they're doing. That may be something that you want to invest in, because I think their record speak for itself.
Right. Coach, don't call you Coach, or AD, thank you so much for your time and really sharing your insight and kind of giving us a little peek behind the curtain, if you will. Y'all are doing amazing things. It's a true honor to be here and talk and just kind of watch it unfold. And as a member of the community, I appreciate everything that you're doing, because Southern is part of Baton Rouge in our area, and the athletic department is a shining star. So,
well, we certainly appreciate you taking the time, spending with us, taking a dive into what we do here.
I love it.
And we appreciate your partnership, and we look forward to seeing you much more.
Absolutely. I like it. So the challenge, we got to come out and support our Southern athletes, all the sports this summer, this spring. And don't forget, guys, support local.